Good morning. Welcome to another video. This will only be a short one. Just foaming the car, ready for the next car show. Just wanted to get back to you on a few cleaning products. If you need a link to the last car cleaning video, I don't know how to do that, so you're gonna have to find that yourselves. Sorry. If you remember, those that watched the last one, I said that I bought this for my son and his mate to try. Well, I tried it on my Audi. It's not very good. The foam is nowhere near as thick as this Sam's detailing foam. It's nowhere near as thick. I mean, it's dripping off the car now. It's been on the car a few minutes, but I mean, it's nothing like that foam. I've got these from Sam's Detailing. Scents. Very nice, actually. Tried them all very good, and quite cheap actually. The glaze I've not tried yet. That's going to go onto the Audi. That won't go onto the rolls. The iron reactor again won't go on the rolls. That'll go onto the Audi. And this again, actually that's going on the Audi as well, to help protect the convertible roof. But they're very good if you just need a little freshen up. I thoroughly recommend them. I do not recommend that. So we're just going to let this dwell for a little bit. And we'll clean that off. The lambswool mitts arrived, as mentioned in the last video, and they are very, very, very good. Thoroughly recommend them. Got them from Easy Rider Company, Northampton. They make the lambswool over rugs for the Rolls and Bentleys. Very, very good. Right, I can't do this and film, so I'll catch you in a bit. A couple of you asked one of the other videos if you could see the engine. There's not a lot to see, to be honest, but I'll show you if you want. So that's a 6 3/4 litre V8. They started using that in, I think it was 1966. It's basically the same engine. As I say, you can't see a lot. I'm just waiting now for the water runs to appear so I can catch them. There's one coming down there now. Then we'll do the white walls with the Brillo pads, as I mentioned before. If other owners could comment, please, do you find that you get a bit of water held in here somewhere? Because the only way I can find I can get rid of it is to lift the boot lid and just let it drip out. I find that quite annoying. Happens on both corners as well. So it clearly can't be a problem one side. It's got to be a bit of a design flaw, surely. Blimey, use those words on a Rolls Royce. Blimey. Sun's starting to come up now, so I'm quite glad that I've got it dry before the sun appears. This white residue here, this is just remnants of foam. I'll pick that out now with a towel. I suppose that is the downside to using a thick foam. It does go everywhere, and it doesn't always come out of everywhere. Right, onwards and upwards. Hello. Right, well, it's next morning because I forgot to do a roundup of the year on the car. So we've had the car a year now, and just want to run through a few things for people that are thinking of getting into a Rolls Royce or a Bentley and a little bit hesitant because they're worried about what things are going to cost. I'll just tell you what mine's cost, and then you can make your own decisions from there. So if you forget the initial cost of the car, because if you buy the right one, then your money should be safe in the car, really. So let's say, for example, you've got a budget of 15,000. If you spend 5,000 of that on the car, purchasing the car, then you're going to easily spend the rest of the 10 getting the car up to a decent standard. Whereas if you were to spend the 15 on a car, you're very unlikely to need to spend anything else. So if, like I say, if we forget the initial cost of the car, then what have we spent on the car this year? We won't count car tax. That's £24.50. We won't put that in, and we won't put fuel in. I've done insurance is £140 fully comprehensive for the year. I've done 2,772 miles this year. I thought I'd used it a lot. Clearly I haven't. So it costs on the car are we had an MOT done, we had the accumulator spheres done, we had a service done, a couple of other little bits that I've got to take off because that was just me being me. So if we was to say £800 as a round figure, apologies I don't have an exact figure, then that's what that's cost me. I know we had the headlamp glass done, those who have watched the previous video, but that was cracked when I bought the car, so that was part of the negotiations to purchase the car. So really we can say that the previous owner paid for that. The windscreen had the clouding in the corner, for those that can remember. Again, you could use cars perfectly usable with a bit of clouding in the corner. It was just me being me, but that ended up being new rubbers, new fixings for the chrome, so that wasn't a cheap job. But like I say, we didn't really need to do that. We had a tiny little dent in the driver's door. Again, that could have been left, but me being me, had to be done. What else did we do around here? I think now. Well, while I'm thinking, you can just look at the car. I think from the front's the better angle. I'm getting a bit dazzled in the sun there. We haven't had any tyres or anything like that because previous owner had spent thousands on the car. I think it was 7,500 or 8,500 on the car just before I bought it. He bought the car as a keeper, and then his job moved abroad, so he had to sell the car. So we had brand new Avon turbo speedsters put on the car. He did, sorry. So that's an expense I don't need to worry about for a little while, especially if you're doing 2,700 miles a year. They'll probably perish before they get worn out. Things going forward, I'd like to get the leather recolonised. It's not scuffed in any way, shape or form. It's just me being me, wanting it to as near to when it came out the showroom as possible. There are a few little bits that are starting to go. Bottom of the arches, these will be addressed in the winter. The car is still extremely presentable, but it's just areas that I'd like to get done. A couple of other bits and pieces, but generally then, so after, like I say, after your initial expenditure of buying the car, you're looking at about £800 to maintain the car for the year. So anybody that's thinking of getting into one, obviously I can't say that that's going to be the cost for everybody's car, obviously, but that's been the cost for me. And we're off to a car show now, so I just got to clean the glass, and then we'll take you along for that. We'll go for a bit of a drive, take you along for that. So that'll be the next video. Thank you ever so much for watching. See you soon.